Hello.
Good morning, Macy.
Hey, Nick. What's up?
How are you feeling today? You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good. I slept well last night. I think I'm ready.
Okay, that's great. I wanted to give you some coaching before the match, give you some tips.
Okay, cool.
Some of the stuff I already told you, but I just want to tell you again so it's fresh in your mind when you step on the match court.
Okay.
All right, so I think what you should focus on is attacking Emma's second serve. Like, so if she's missing a lot of first serve, her second serve is a liability for her at times, and that's an opportunity for you to be aggressive. Also, look out when Emma leaves the ball a little bit short, which she can at times, especially if she's tight in the beginning. That's will be a good way for you to get ahead. So anything short, half court, that's when you attack and you play your game. What I think you should be careful with is she's playing well. She's going to give you a lot of depth. She's going to give you a lot of spin. So if you're playing well, you play your game, you play aggressive. But if you feel like you're missing a lot, if you're making a lot of mistakes, that's where you have to like play with a little bit more with margins, maybe back up a couple of steps, and maybe reduce the swing speed a little bit. So don't like hit hard regardless. Just adjust your aggressive play to what's going on in the context of the match. So if you're playing well, just keep doing what you're doing. But if things start going south, like we start missing a lot, change things up and be consistent. Make sure you take care of your service games, because I feel like if you serve as well as you normally do, and if you take advantages on on Emma's serve, you're going to be doing good. Also, if you can work with angles as well as hitting hard, because I feel like you like to hit hard and long kind of through the court. If you can find a way to open the court as well and expose Emma's movement, that would be another way to get some opportunities.
Yeah, that makes sense. No,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So just do your thing, fight for every ball, play your best, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay aggressive, Nick.
Okay, great,
We'll
great.
see.
Always try to stay aggressive, but remember, if the aggressive doesn't work, it's okay to slow down a little bit and keep some balls in play. Get your confidence back. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All
Thanks,
right.
Nick.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey, Emma, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Are you ready for the match?
I'm ready. I can't wait.
Are you sure? You don't sound ready. You sure you're ready?
I mean, I think so. I think I'm ready. I don't know. I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready.
You're well prepared. Hey, I wanted to give you a little bit of coaching before the match, okay? Give you a couple of tips.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I think is going to be important is that you keep your first serve percentage high, because Macy is like an aggressive player. She's probably going to try to attack your second serve. So it's key to
I see.
keep the first serve percentage high, you know? Like, just keep that in mind, that you want to get as many first serves in play as possible. Also, she's one of those players who, like, she's pretty good at putting balls away. She's good at the net. So obviously, if you leave the ball short, you're going to expose yourself a little bit. So it's going to be key to, you know, keep the length in your shots and not get too defensive. You know, you're going to have to play aggressive against her, because if you play too defensive, you leave balls short. She's pretty good at putting balls away, right?
Does she have a weaker side?
It's so funny. She loves her forehand, but I feel like the forehand, while it's hard and it's very fast, I think it can produce a lot of mistakes. So it's one of those forehands that she can hit a lot of winners with her forehand, but I think she can also produce some mistakes. You know?
I see.
It's more flat.
So it's
more flat, the forehand. It's more of a flat forehand. So I would say that she's pretty even though on both sides. But One thing that you can expose is if you give her a little bit more height. So if you combine like depth and height and play with a little bit more spin, because she doesn't like to back up. She stands pretty close to the baseline. So if you can give her a lot of spin, and she's going to try to take those type of balls early, and I think that's where she can produce a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
In addition,
sounds good.
In addition to that, I think if you can open up the court, which is something that you're really good at, if you can open up the court and expose her defensive skills, I think that's where she's a little bit rusty too. So a combination of all that, I think you're gonna do good.
And a question: are we playing a set or a match?
We're gonna play best of three match. If you guys split sets, we'll play a super tiebreaker for the third set.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll see you soon, Emma.
I'm ready.
All right. Okay.
Thanks for the tips. I wonder what you're telling her, but we'll see.
Well, don't worry about that. I'm giving her tips too. It's going to be interesting to see. You don't worry about that. I know. All right. I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right,
thank
bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Emma and Macy are warming up right now, but before we get started with the match, I'm going to give you my prediction who's going to come out as the winner. And while these players are pretty evenly matched, I do think that Emma is going to prevail and win in 2 tight sets. I think overall she has a little bit more confidence when it comes to playing singles at a high level. I do think she's had a better singles career, and her confidence is just a little bit higher. I think she has a little bit more belief, and I think that's ultimately going to help her to get out on top in 2 tight sets. My prediction is 3-3 for Emma. All right, guys, we're going to play best of 3. If we split sets, we play a super tiebreaker. Macy, you want heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads? It is heads. What do you want?
I'll serve first.
Serve first? Emma?
This side.
This side? All right, good luck. The thing about Macy's game is she's got a humongous serve. So if she can take care of her service games and maybe get a break, that's how she can take this match from Emma. So the first serve percentage is going to be huge. And she does have a pretty good second serve too. It's a kick serve. She's got a humongous serve. It's a good service game. I feel like Emma is a little bit rusty. It's going to take her a few more games to find her groove. I feel like she doesn't trust her shot. She's really not swinging out on her shots.
Good job.
A little bit of a shank there. She got lucky on that one. But Macy's playing well. She's coming out swinging, not making too many mistakes, playing aggressive, while Emma is being more tentative. You can see she's a little bit tight, not really trusting her shots, not getting a lot of pace on her ground strokes. That's a very good shot from Macy, and she got the break. This is huge right here. Emma surprisingly standing very close to the baseline on that return. Because Macy is serving absolute bombs today. Service coming off her racket very quick. So it's definitely a much better point from Ema. She got more depth on her shot, and she got finally an unforced error from Macy. Took a little while to get there, but that's what Ema is going to need. She's going to have to keep the ball deep. If she leaves it soft and short, she's going to pay the price. One of the strongest parts of Ema's game is the return of serve. And that's where she's going to have to take advantage of the second serve of Macy. That's where she's going to have to be very aggressive when he starts missing first serves. Like for example, right here, there's a big opportunity. Second serve. She's got to make a return right here. It seems to me like Ema shook off some of the nerves. She's not as tight anymore. She's starting to hit out on her shots more. She's definitely getting more depth. And she's getting a few more errors from Macy because of it. Very bad miss right there. She's got to make that shot. But that serve was high, it was deep, it was a good second serve. Caught Ema off guard, but Ema definitely didn't move her feet on that one. She was too stationary. You can see there she's mimicking the footwork. She's got to start moving a lot better. And this is where Macy's going to pay the price if she doesn't make a lot of first serves. That first serves has got to start going in more. It's a lucky break from Ema. She definitely got lucky there on that point, but Macy missed too many first serves in this one. You guys can't hear me, right? Because I'm like doing a commentary. Okay, good. Just overheard Ema say that she was very tight in the beginning. You can definitely see that. And that was a good first serve. Key for Macy now that she's starting to miss more is to start reducing the swing speed a little bit and start getting into the rally more. That's a much better margin on those shots from Macy. That was good. Very strong rally there. Both players hitting the ball well. The first serve percentage is going to be the big difference maker for Macy in this match. If that first serve continues to go in, she's going to have a much easier time holding serve, obviously, and it's going to set the tone of the match. I think if that first serve is going in, she's going to be more free in the return games as well to play more aggressive. That's going to be the big difference maker for Macy. How many first serves she can get in. Second serve return, definitely advantage Ema. She's returning those second serves extremely well. So again, comes back to the point that I made previously, first serve percentage for Macy is going to be the key. Ema hitting her stride. Definitely hitting out on the ball more now. She's not tight anymore. She's nearing her regular level. One thing that's impressing me about Ema is that while I'm not a big fan of squash shots, chop shots, I feel a lot of times it's a sign of inferior defensive skills. And what I teach to my players is to only use those type of shots in true emergency situations. And I do feel at times that Ema overuses them a little too much. I feel like she could hit the ball on the run more than she does. But having said that, she has exceptional feel and is actually winning a lot of points so far in this set with her defensive little slices, little chips. So Ema is surprisingly doing really well on defense. I think some of the training that we did is paying dividends. So if you guys remember the episode 2 where I worked on Macy's low ball game from half court, she is having a hard time with those type of shots in this match. And this is definitely a weak spot in her game, because that's why Ema is able to win so many points with her squash shots, with her little slices, is because Macy is struggling to get enough spin on her shots in that half court low ball, and she's just sailing them along. She's hitting them a tad too flat. There's a high ball. Definitely got in trouble with that too. That's why I kept telling Macy on those high balls not to take them so early, not to take them on the rise off the ground, because it's very difficult to hit them that way. It's a lot easier to let that ball come up a little bit and hit him above the waist. Very strong return. That's how she was playing in those first 2 games. She was super aggressive. She was hitting big returns. She needs to get back. Macy needs to get back to doing that ASAP. See, normally I would say no problem hitting a swing volley from there, but I feel like with Macy's Eastern forehand grip, swing volleys are going to be more tricky. I feel she's better off letting that bounce and hitting a regular forehand on that shot. That was a very nice pickup from Macy. That was beautifully handled right there. It's a great shot. See, that's her strength. When the ball's right there, right in her strike zone, she does well. So I think against flat ball strikers, very tough to play against. Good depth from Ema there, a lot of spin too. Excellent swing volley there from Ema. Very comfortable handling those balls half court when they're up higher. Definitely her stronger shot. Second serve return is absolute killer from Ema. So again, first serve percentage from Macy, it needs to be high, otherwise she's going to have a very difficult time winning this match. I can't coach, because it would be unfair, you know? Excellent return from Macy there. She hit that absolutely perfect. Very smart play from Ema. Even though that drop shot wasn't the highest quality, in fact it was way too deep, she got a little lucky. I feel like that's a good way to play, to draw Macy in, expose her in that half court. This is where she struggles. Very athletic play from Ema, very nice. It's too good. She got her first serve percentage way up, and she's hitting out on the ball. I would have not thought this was possible, just judging Ema on the first 2 games. She was so tight and so tentative, but once she got that break back at 2-0, it's a whole new player. Now she's hitting out, she's playing confidently, aggressively, and there's not much Macy can do. So the key for Macy in the second set, again, I've said it before, the first serve percentage has to go up. If that first serve percentage is low, it's going to be very difficult to win this match. So she's going to have to hold serve by making a lot of first serves, and then take her chances on the return games if she wants to win the second set.